how to elevate your FM knowledge and earn the ProFM credential. Randy Olson will deliver this presentation. Randy is the VP of Global Business Development with ProFM. Randy, over to you.
All right, very good. Thanks very much, Lori. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to everybody today. And Andrew, great job. I'd like to dig into a couple topics. I'm gonna talk to here throughout the presentation why credentials are important in facility management today. What is the ProFM credential? How to earn the ProFM credential online and show you a view into the system. We'll talk about at the end a special offer, and as Lori's mentioned a couple times, please ask questions along the way. If we can field those as we go, that would be great. I think it was really, it's great that I get to follow Andrew, and Andrew brought up a very important topic when he was presenting his solution, where he talked about delivering great service to people. So fundamentally, FM is a people business, and I think in a lot of cases, Andrew just presented a great technical solution. In a lot of cases, FM is viewed as very technical in nature, which it is, but it's technical in nature to deliver great service to its constituents. So as an organization partnered with FacilitiesNet, we think it's very important to talk to those people and talk to the industry and talk to the facility managers and really understand. So when we look at the formation of our program, we'll talk to a global survey we did there. And in addition, every 2 years, we reach out to the facility management industry and ask them about why credentials are important for facility managers. This is hot off the presses, so this is literally from 2 months ago. But I'm gonna kind of highlight 3 areas here. So the top 3 reasons why FM credentials are important, according to our recent survey, is to bridge knowledge gaps. And 91% of employers said that there's a gap between the FM skills their teams need and what they have today. Incidentally, when we did this survey in 2019, that number was 81%. So this number has gone up, probably indicates some of the things we've gone through over the past 18 months, right? Second, 4 out of 5 employers say FM training and credentials result in better job performance. And then the third area is 72% say that the credential influences promotions and hiring practices. So just some important statistics as to why credentials are important. So what is ProFM? So ProFM is a result of a global survey that reached out to the global facility management market based on global standards and identified the 19 functional knowledge areas and the 5 cross-functional competencies required of today's facility professionals around the globe. On top of that framework then is built the ProFM credential program. And I'll go into the components of this a little bit, but it teaches the entire ProFM body of knowledge. And it's made up of online and printed modules and an online interactive platform that I'm going to walk you through. And then third, it provides a way for all facility professionals to really demonstrate that they possess the most current and relevant knowledge that exists in the industry today. So the roadmap into the ProFM is the ProFM body of knowledge. And the way this is set up is in 4 functional FM knowledge areas of asset management, risk management, business management, and operations and maintenance. And then within those, there's individual topics. There's a couple of kind of key and relevant topics in our industry today. First, remote work, remote or a hybrid work, right? So how do I move people back to the office? How do I have a hybrid environment? How do I support the workplace from a remote environment? And then second, within the risk management area, there we go, very good, thank you, I apologize. It's one of those inopportune times of your laptop deciding to shut down in the middle of a good presentation. So which highlights some of the challenges we're up against as it relates to remote work. But I'm gonna dive right back in and talk to the three components of the program that I'm gonna actually show these in a minute. But there's three unique components that are integrated together to deliver a complete learning program. And first, it's reading materials. So we deliver these electronically within the platform that I'm going to show you. Along with, optionally, you can get these as printed modules. Based on that body of knowledge, there's a book, if you will, for each one of those 4 functional areas and for the cross-functional competencies. Second, then, this all sits on top of an interactive online platform that you have a user ID and password into from any device, anywhere, that provides interactive online study tools along with that content, those reading materials embedded within that platform. And then third are the assessments. So those assessments are broken into 2 pieces of a knowledge exam and an application exam, but that's accessible in the same online platform. Passing those with 70% will allow you to earn the ProFM credential. So looking at the system then, as I mentioned, any device, any internet connection anywhere will get you into the system through a user ID and password. And the system is laid out very logically and in a path, if you will, and a plan, if you will, of 3 easy steps to assess your current knowledge, study and gain knowledge and fill in those knowledge gaps. And then third, pass and earn the ProFM credential. So this is effectively the interface that you see when you log in. So the first step in that is to assess your current knowledge. So really determine where you line up against those 24 things that are delivered within the ProFM body of knowledge. And we do that via a pretest. So the pretest tests you across those 24 things. And then after you've completed that pretest, so example of a question within the pretest, which of the following should not be included in a parking space count? So it gives you 4 answers. As you answer this, then it will tell you the right answer for the pretest and quizzes and provide the criteria associated with that correct answer. After you've completed that pretest, then you can take those scores from the pretest and plug them into a study plan along with self-assessing yourself against those 4 functional areas and the cross-functional competencies to create a comprehensive smart study plan. So where should I focus my time? Where do I have the most opportunity to gain knowledge throughout the ProFM body of knowledge? So that smart study plan then will guide your plan going forward. So you effectively use your time as you're working through the program. The next step then is, to study. So get into the reading materials. Again, they're embedded within the program, or optionally, you can get those as printed modules. So there's reading materials here at the end of each one of those chapters. There's end of chapter quizzes to help guide you through and help you learn along the way and help you checkpoint along the way.
Absolutely. This is Kelly.
All right.
Thank you guys for your patience. It sounds like this is one of those days where I guess we realize that being a facility manager is challenging in this event. As Randy mentioned, working remotely. As Randy was explaining, this system is really designed to kind of help you through the process. He talked about the fact that you can save time by really looking at that study plan and picking areas where you have the weakest areas and looking for your strengths so that you can kind of skim through those areas. But the system is really set up to allow you to look at the reading materials, look at the quizzes, and then there's also flashcards to help you make sure that you gain the knowledge as you're going through. And you can see it's organized very logically as you go through the process. I'm hoping, Paul, you can flip the slides for me because I don't.
Certainly.
If you wouldn't mind, that would be great. So we talked a little bit about the reading materials, and the reading materials come in 2 different flavors, if you will. One of them is online, completely online, where you can go through the system, and it shows you that on a laptop or wherever you are. I know we're all busy, we're all in different spots. So this is kind of a nice way. You could do it on a train, or you have the ability to get the printed workbooks. And the printed workbooks are a nice way for some of us. I know me in particular, I like to write in the margins and I like to underline things. So for me, the printed modules are a nice way to kind of have that. They're also a great reference for you after the fact. So then Paul, go ahead, let's flip to the next one. We also have, as you kind of learn the materials, then we move on to this retention and really kind of quizzing yourself to make sure that you've gained the knowledge. So in this case, you can see here's a question, and Randy had mentioned this earlier when he was talking about our upfront quiz. But in this case, you'll answer a question and then it'll tell you whether or not it's correct or incorrect, but it also gives you the rationale for why it is correct and where you can find it in the materials. The nice thing about this, if you think about this from a learning perspective, is kind of being able to put it in context of what does that look like and where do you go from there. So it looks like our friend Randy is back or coming back.
Thank you, Kelly, for
no problem. We're just talking about how great the quizzes are to kind of help you in that learning process.
Yeah, very good. And I apologize, everybody. Right in mid-sentence there, I got shut down again. So yes, so quizzes. So quizzes help you at the end of each chapter, checkpoint along the way. So this would be an example of a capital planning quiz. So it gives you the correct answer and the appropriate rationale for that correct answer. So again, helping you move through the system and learn along the way and get prepared to take the exam, which is the next step. So as I mentioned earlier, the exam is broken into two parts of a knowledge exam. There's 75 knowledge-based multiple choice questions there, and an application exam, which provides 50 situational judgment or situational type questions. We believe it's important to not only assess an individual and a professional on what they know, but how they would apply that knowledge to real world scenarios. Upon completion of that at 75% or better, you earn the ProFM credential. Very important here, everything's included within the program. And if for some reason you're not successful on the first try in either one of these assessments, you can retake that as many times as you need to achieve the credential. So once you've gotten that, you are you've earned and recognized for a globally recognized credential of the ProFM. With the nice certificate and everything. We're working also on delivering this in a badging system so you can post it on LinkedIn. So options to get this. So no matter how you choose to earn the ProFM, it's consistent from the tools that are available. So you can earn this in a self-directed way, so through self-study. So if you're motivated that way and you can move yourself through the program in an efficient way, that's a good way to do it. So self-study is a great option for you. Again, tools are always consistent. Second, if you like that flexibility of self-study, but want some coaching along the way, we have a program called Coach Self-Study, which provides the self-study materials plus 7 online instructor-led Q&A sessions.
And as Randy was mentioning, this really is a pretty cool opportunity to go through the system and take it as many times as you need. We really look at this information as knowledge. We want you to gain the knowledge. There is such great things that you can learn throughout the program. So we want to make sure that you get the knowledge. So we want you to be able to take it as many times as possible. But we are just so excited about the opportunity to really be able to share all this great knowledge that you can get out of the program. This is a program that's all in one. Everything is all included. We have learned this from the market and all of these great things that the market has told us about these skill sets that you as FMs need to get today. So we do have an offer that's based on this demo today, where you can save 21% on those learning options that Randy was mentioning. You can do it on your own, or we do have a coach self-study program here starting soon. You just need to order by June 30th and use the discount code on that slide. So I think, Paul, you can go. The other thing we want to mention is there's lots of great free tools that you can take a look at. We talked about, Randy started talking about in the beginning, how important mapping your gap is. There's all these skills or these gaps that are happening now. So we have this tool called Map Your Gap that you can go to our website and you can plug in what you know and compare your knowledge and skills to others. And it really gives you a good framework of maybe some areas that you need to look at. We also have free practice questions that are on the website. We've got a lot of free tips and tools. There's reading materials. There's some great white papers. Randy mentioned this survey that we just did, and we have a lot of great information out there as well. So feel free to visit our website. It's at www.profmi.org. And I believe we are on to questions. And I may have Nicole join me on this one as well to kind of help answer some of the questions.
Great. Thank you, Kelly. And thank you to Randy as well. He certainly is having quite the day, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
We certainly appreciate all the information. Knowledge is power. So great information to share. We do have a few questions that have come in. The first one is this available both online and in print?
Yes, and that is a great question. And I know we kind of disjointedly gave you this. It might have been a little clearer had we had this all the way through. So the core system is all online. You can take it completely online if you so choose. You've got the reading materials, you've got the quizzes, and the assessment is all built in. You can add the printed materials as an add-on to it. Not much, I think, Nicole, correct me if I'm wrong, $50. Thank you. My brain wasn't calculating it fast enough. And again, as I mentioned, for me personally, I liked reading materials because I like to highlight and turn pages over and so forth. So you've got both options there depending on how you learn.
Great. Next question is, how does this relator compare to IFMA's FMP and CFM credentials?
I can tackle that one if you'd like. This is Nicole. We do get this question quite a bit. So let me start with FMP. So IFMA's FMP teaches 4 of IFMA's 11 FM topic areas, whereas ProFM teaches the full body of knowledge, which according to the body of knowledge that you saw here is 24 topic areas, cross-functional competencies and knowledge areas. And ProFM is designed to fill the knowledge gaps of professionals at all career stages, whether you're new or have been in for decades. So, and FMP is really positioned at that first 2 years of your career. Moving on to CFM. So we have a lot of our ProFM instructors who also teach IFMA courses. And what we've heard from them is that ProFM is a logical step into CFM. So CFM, you earn CFM by taking an exam. It is a certification. There is no knowledge component or learning component, whereas ProFM is a knowledge-based credential, so designed to teach those FM best practices. If you complete ProFM first, it's actually a great way to prepare for the CFM exam if your ultimate goal is to earn CFM. But I think the primary difference there is that ProFM is designed to teach and instill knowledge and best practices.
Great, thank you. Next question is, does someone get certain exemptions from topic if they have another certification such as AFE, CPMM?
Kelly, you want me to take that one?
So Nicole, I'm back as well, Nicole and Kelly. Thank you.
Welcome back, Randy.
Yeah, thank you. It's that kind of day, Lori. But we're gonna smile and
you're holding your composure very well.
Gonna smile and move on. So there are not exemptions provided for other designations today. So you have to acquire, fill in the knowledge gaps, and gain the knowledge delivered in the ProFM, and then complete the final assessment. So short answer is no, we do not provide exemption for the program today. Okay, great. And then one last question.
Are you associated with the Homes Corporation located in Minneapolis?
Yes, we are. Yeah. So Homes Corporation is our parent company and has a 50 plus year history of delivering innovative and great solutions for adult learners across several industries, to include facility management. So we've been in and around facility management, education, and credentialing for over the last 11 years.
Okay, great. Well, we appreciate everyone joining us today. Before we close, Randy, Kelly, anyone else from your team have any final thoughts for the audience before we conclude today?
So I would, we covered a lot of information and it was very disjointed with 3 shutdowns by yours truly. My computer shut down 3 times, which I probably don't need to point out again, but I will. At www.profmi.org, all this information is contained there, and there's great information. A bunch of additional information regarding the program resides there. So, and feel free to reach out to us at any time to get additional information from our team.